Hello, beautiful creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn, the emergency Saturday edition, because Silicon Valley Bank failed yesterday while we were all standing in line at the bank cashing our paychecks, while we were all getting really cutesy-tootsy because we were going to go out on a date last night, while we were all sitting in the restaurant ordering our cocktails and our fancy prime rib, while some of us were shopping at the market, while some of us were at the hardware store. Silicon Valley Bank failed. And of course, it has to happen on a Friday so it can be buried in the news cycle. If you are in the county in the Great White North up along the Canadian border, shut your devices off, get off the YouTube, put your phone away, and get your ass outside in the beautiful, glorious sunshine. Get some of that sun on your face. Get that vitamin D level up in your body, because we live where the cold hurts your face and the winter is not that sunny. So get outside, commune with nature, take a deep breath, cleanse your mind, get the stress off your shoulders. Go for a walk. It's a lovely day. Go putter around the yard, whatever you have to do. We will be getting snow on Tuesday and on Wednesday, but we are not getting the nor'easter that they're getting in southern Maine. Sorry, southern Maine, but we're just sick of the white stuff. If you are in the county, open your dang windows up. Get rid of that winter air in your house. It's no good for you. Get some of this lovely, fresh spring, crisp, clean air in. It'll do your world of good. We're running our wood stove full blast, and we have all the windows open because it's that time of year. Ladies and gentlemen, stories happen on a Friday to be buried for the weekend so that we all don't pay attention. This is what they do. You can guarantee your bottom dollar that Wall Street is working overtime right now. And by Monday, they will all be clamoring to the Hill, asking for Congress to give them a bailout. Yes, they will. Let me tell you, if Silicon Valley Bank were a person, she'd look like me right now. A total train wreck. Oh, dear goodness. Here we are again in the midst of another banking crisis. Do you remember 2008? If you're my age, you remember 2008. If you owned a business, you remember 2008. You remember what it did to your business. Was not pretty. Whether you were a small business or a mid-sized business or, little tiny mom and pop. You felt it. You felt 2008, and you're going to feel it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the largest bank collapse since 2008. Customers withdrew $42 billion, that's with a B, billion, $42 billion by the end of the day Thursday from their bank accounts. What did they know? What did they know? Rumors are emerging that Silicon Valley Bank faces interest rate risk on $91 billion in treasury bonds. Ouch. Where do they think this bailout money is going to come from? If you're a young person and you don't remember the last bank bailout, your mom and dad paid for that. Yes, they did. And we're going to pay for it again. Because the Fed, before this even happened, the Fed was going to spot 52 basis points. So there you go. You bet your bottom dollar that's going to happen now. It's so painful you got to laugh about it because, geez, they never learn. But what we do know, the facts we know are, we don't know exactly why the bank collapsed. We don't know why there was a $42 billion bank run. We don't know why. What we do know, the facts we know, Silicon Valley Bank CEO Greg Becker sold $3.6 million in stock days before the failure. We know, because you can't sell that much stock. You just can't be like, hey, I'm selling my stock. That's not how it works. No, it doesn't. He filed to sell on January 26th, 2023, and then was given the green light to sell on February 27th, 2023, and on March 10th. 2023, the bank failed. The bank that he was running. Somebody walked away with some money. Greg, can you explain for us? Explain for the little people, Greg, why you sold $3.6 million in stock days before your bank failed. We'd like some answers. Because we know y'all gonna go run to Congress and ask for a bailout, so the people have answers. They should let you go by the way of Bear Stearns, let me tell you. We also know for a fact that 93% of the money in Silicon Valley Bank was not FDIC insured. We also know that Silicon Valley Bank was a heavy investor in crypto, so the crypto markets are shook right now. So if you got crypto, you're being taken for a bit of a ride to by Monday. Stocks are dropping everywhere, but by Monday you'll really feel the pinch on what happens to the crypto market. We also know for a fact, came out late last night, Etsy sellers were not paid on Friday, March 10th, due to the Silicon Valley Bank failure and the FDIC takeover. Because apparently Etsy deposits with them. So Etsy sellers didn't get paid. People put their eggs in one basket. I remember we were some of the first people on eBay when eBay first started. Yeah, we were some of the first active sellers. And, that was supposed to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. And for a while it was. And then it wasn't. And then it was. And then it wasn't. And then people started giving up the brick and mortar. And everybody's on the internet buying things. And nobody wants to go to the store. And ladies and gentlemen, people that accept credit cards, people that do everything online, you're all subject to not getting your paycheck, as the Etsy sellers did not get yesterday. I think we need to start going back to some brick and mortar stuff. Craft fairs. Etsy is for crafty people. Get back to the craft fairs, ladies and gentlemen. Start building a relationship with real people, customers in your area. It is suspected. This was discovered yesterday on the Tim Pool Show. Steve Bannon was interviewed, and it is suspected that 1/3 of the startup and tech companies that SVB invested in are Chinese owned. Let that sink in. Put your critical thinking skills to work. Put your thinking caps on. We're going to war, ladies and gentlemen. China's starting BS. Already got a virus out of there. Pandemic. With, of course, the help of the United States. We're not innocent in this at all. We're not innocent in any of this. So don't believe the propaganda here either. But we had a rough couple years because of China. 2020, 2021, 2022. Now they're yakking about war with us. Balloons overhead, all that nonsense. And now it seems that 1/3 of the startup and tech companies from SVB investments are Chinese owned. So they're going to cause a problem over here and then take all the congressional money over here. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, we need to start learning lessons. We need to stop relying on the internet. Crypto isn't the end all be all. No, it's not. Online sales are not the end all be all. You need to start making your life recession proof. Homesteaders know this. But if you're not a homesteader or you're just starting, it takes a lot to run a homestead. And the dirty secret is you do need an outside income, especially when you're first starting. When you're first starting up your homestead, somebody needs to stay working and somebody needs to run the homestead. And that's just the way it works. Now, with all this nonsense going on in the world, with the bank failure, if they bail it out, it's going to be on the back of you and I, the little guy. Yes, it is. Taxes are going to go up. Jobs are going to be lost. Inflation is going to happen. Deflation is going to happen. Stagflation is going to happen. Irritation-flation in the market is going to happen. And continue to happen. The prices are going to go up until people can't buy, and then the prices will start coming down because that's a plan on regulating the whole kit and caboodle, the whole ball of wax. Make it so that enough people can't afford shit so that shit'll come down in the store. That's the plan, man. If you have a house, you're making mortgage payments, those interest rates are going up and up and up. And there's nothing you can do about it. We are on the brink of a housing collapse. Because people don't do the right thing. The people in control, the 1%. Does SVB need a bailout? No, let them fail. Let them fail. Why should I pay for the mistakes? Why should you pay for the mistakes of the 1% What do? Nothing for us. Let me tell you. They put the hurt on you. If you're selling online, you really do need to think about alternative ways to sell. Can you sell at craft fairs? Can you sell at the farmer market? You need to start building a relationship with the people in your community. Because when the internet fails, when internet business fails, when you can't be paid, when you accept credit cards, just at a regular store, when you accept credit cards and the bank that's processing those cards can't pay you out, you don't get no money to pay your bills or feed your family. You need a way to recession-proof your business. Cash is king, baby. Cash is king. Because no matter what happens, no matter where you go, no matter what you do, if you get cash for your product, you have been paid. You are not relying on the bank. You are not relying on deposits that go in on Friday that may or may not be able to come out on Monday. When you swipe a credit card, you are beholden to your credit card bank. They will put the money in your bank account when they see fit, when they have it. And if they bank with SVB, it's not going to be there. Now, Etsy is saying that their sellers should be receiving their payments on Monday, but there's no guarantee for that either. Make your life recession-proof. Build relationships. Build a customer base in your local community. Cash is king. Everybody had high hopes for crypto. Watch what's going on in the crypto markets right now. This Silicon Valley Bank failure has shook the markets worldwide. Silicon Valley Bank is the 16th largest bank in the United States of America. It has offices in California and in Massachusetts. So there's a lot going on. There's a Wall Street ain't sleeping this weekend, let me tell you. But I will guarantee you, at the beginning of the week, they will be on the hill. Absolutely. There are 4 other financial institutions that are having a wee bit of a problem. This thing is going to shake us up like you haven't seen since 2008. But there's nothing you can do on the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So go outside, enjoy life. Don't worry about this stuff. Nothing can be done. You can't do nothing about it. I can't do nothing about it. It's what Congress decides. It's what Wall Street asks for. And you can guarantee your ass, SVB, will probably be bailed out. Because that's just the way it works. And it will affect us, the buyer. The little guy, the person that's got to go to the market, the person that relies on people for our paychecks. You can guarantee our worlds are going to get shook over this. We're going to be left with the bill from their freaking mistakes. And, if that happens, if it doesn't happen, Greg Becker, Silicon Valley Bank CEO, I'm asking you, how the hell did you know to sell $3.6 million in stocks days before your bank failed? Yeah, congressional hearings need to happen. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Saturday, so I wish you a great weekend. Carpe diem, beautiful creatures of the world, because no one promised you a tomorrow or that you're going to get money out of your bank account. Ciao.